I'm Margaret Koolman from Astrology.com. I like to use the moment of a new moon as a birth chart for the following month. My comments are intended to point towards attitudes that maximise our ease and growth during that month. This is the chart for the moment of this new moon in Capricorn on the 15th of January 2010. Capricorn is a practical, competent earth sign, preferring to get necessary things done rather than potentially wasting energy talking or emoting about them. At the beginning of this year, the full moon in Cancer, opposite Sun in Capricorn, expressed the conflict of interests between the emotionally reactive child in us and the responsive adult who takes care of that child. In this new moon chart, the Sun and Moon in Capricorn are together with Venus, suggesting that the Cancer-Capricorn conflict is overcome by our love for the natural world and our desire to work with it. From family being all important, we will be focusing on working relationships, people who are involved in the same project as ourselves. We will be discovering again how necessary it is to stand back from situations of potential emotional conflict in order to find the most workable way through, because the Sun, Moon, Venus and North Node all sextile Uranus. So this month we could find ourselves ignoring our emotions in order to get things done, and whereas sometimes that can be damaging, this month it might just be the best way. In this chart, Mercury conjuncts Pluto, our understanding and communicating energy being extremely intense as we feel the importance of what is known and said. Mercury crossed over Pluto on the 7th of December. It continued forward to the North Node in Capricorn late December and then retrograded until now it reaches Pluto again. From now it turns and begins to go forward again. So in early December you may have had to face a hard truth in the shape of someone telling you something or a situation arising and you just can't understand why it happened. Whatever it was, it would have indicated an inevitable change on the way. Now we've come around to that point again, so it may be more possible to see what that change is. The change itself is probably a consequence of a choice we made much earlier, even if we can't remember what it was. All the consequences of a choice are part of it. We can't pick out only the bits we like. We have to realise that we chose it all. So this month requires us to choose what is happening as one of the steps along our way. The amount of power this will give our efforts to achieve can't be overstated. For instance, if we accept that earth changes are happening, we will be open to understanding what we need to do, and we will then have a place in the future. Otherwise, with Mercury-Pluto squaring Saturn, if we deny the changes, our struggle to survive in the ways that worked before will lead us deeper into the quicksand of being unprepared, and we'll find ourselves being bypassed or sidelined. Late December, around Christmas time, Mercury was on the North Node. We may have understood and even experienced the best that can be achieved just now. And from this new moon until early February we get the chance to make that best our new normal, because Mercury will be on the North Node again on the 3rd of February. Taking a slightly longer view and looking at Jupiter, on the 18th of January Jupiter moves into Pisces, rushing through into Aries by early June, taking only 4.5 months, when it has been spending 12 months in each sign for the last few years. It will revisit Pisces in September for another 4 months, but this first brief rush could be interesting. Jupiter represents expansion and growth, and therefore tends to open up everything a sign potentially contains. I wonder if we're about to be treated to a quick slideshow of the Piscean age, a look at the last 2,000 years of religious wisdom and folly that encompassed humanity's spiritual growth. But on a more personal note, as Jupiter speeds through Pisces, you might notice from now until June that all your emotions get worked. The important thing with emotion is to allow it to keep flowing through and out, not to cling on to a mood or get stuck in resentment for longer than a day, or perhaps for the really big emotional issues, allowing yourself a 7-day process to help let go. I've got a suggested process of 7 stages on the website, soulastrology.com, under current comments, with more thoughts on the shifts of ages from Pisces to Aquarius. Contemplation for this new moon in Capricorn. Take this moment to rest, a break from the work of your day. Allow your muscles to relax and surrender to this moment. Feel your breath ebb and flow gently like waves on the shore, relaxing your sweet body more and more. Gazing out to sea, know that you have arrived on land to accomplish your spirit's dream. Accept this task from the brilliant light, whose source is the center of your heart. And as you do this, feel the love of that light radiate through your system. Let all that you do be done in that light, and you will be borne along your path in deep joy. Pay attention to each person you meet, be they family, friend, colleague, or stranger, knowing that we are all necessary within the great plan